Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our tarot reading for the week, so if you're interested in getting a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, and we'll get started in a moment. Just a few quick things before we get to the cards though. Number one, if you like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons. That way you can get in touch if you need to. You can stay in the loop for when I post new work. I have also included links to my social media, some timestamps for the reading at large, and a list of the decks I'm using for the reading. So if you want to skip around in the video, or if you want to get in touch with me outside of YouTube, you totally can. I welcome your feedback and your questions, comments, and concerns. I'm happy to help where I can, so please don't hesitate to let me know if you feel safe to. And also, I am available for private readings. If you guys are interested in doing that, there is a QR code somewhere in the frame. That's going to take you to my tip jar and my commissions page. Please follow your heart on that. Don't worry about it if you can't do it right now. It's totally fine. It's just an option. So please consider what's on your heart where that is concerned. And I thank you in advance for that. So that's it for the housekeeping stuff. If you are new here, hi, welcome. My name is Meg. I'll be reading cards for you today. We're gonna start with some oracle cards, and then we will get into our tarot. I find that it gives a complete picture of the energy going on around us. Also, there is a bonus reading at the end of this video, so yeah, stay tuned. Again, look for the timestamps. If you want to just skip over to that, you totally can. Check the description. Okay, so let's see what we have for our reading today. All right. Okay. So to start with some main energy here, we're going to see the card that says, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Okay. When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Okay. So we have that. We have the golden solar dragon, which helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. And this says, let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. Okay. 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 We have the Lady of Perpetual Rebirth. Lady of Perpetual Rebirth. Okay. Okay. And we have the Kingfisher, which says, be patient and focused. Okay. There's the Kingfisher. Okay. All right. So what strikes me right off the bat here is that we have right off the bat we have this period of transformation happening. We're in this cycle of life, death, and rebirth. This is an energetic recycling, if you will. And I think this is particularly apropos because we are rounding out the end of the year. We're closing out the year, depending on where you are in the world. You're either in spring or winter. I'm in the northern hemisphere. Maybe you're watching this from the southern hemisphere. Either way, we're at a period of time where things are rounding out, things are closing out. Okay, this, you know, what specifics your situation are bringing up where this is concerned. But this period of transformation is happening. Otherwise, I don't know that we would necessarily get this card as obviously as we're seeing it. This is a constant, it's a constant cycle. It's a constant reminder that nothing is stagnant. Okay, we can only place the barriers in front of it if we want them there, right? If we're putting them out there, whether we realize it or not. We're capable of doing that to our own energy. But everything wants to be in motion, right? And I don't think your energy is any different, okay? Here's what will help us through this period of transformation here. We have this need to take action, to be in our divine masculine, okay? But we need to embody that space with wisdom, okay? With wisdom and patience, okay? We're being asked to take the lead for ourselves right now, okay? And it basically says as much within the text of this card here. However, also, if you're following the wheel of the year, as I understand it, we're in the dark period of the year now, which is interesting that we're getting a card that suggests light, okay, golden solar, very, very fiery, warm energy coming from a period of time where it might feel literally very cold, and certainly in the dark period of the year, if you're following that story, okay. So certainly wisdom is going to be important here. How are you going to embody your divine masculine in a way that is wise? And on top of that, we have patience and focus coming through as well. So how are you going to enact your divine masculinity in a way that is wise and patient and focused? Okay. This period of transformation is taking time. Okay, it's not instantaneous. It's not you just go to bed one day and wake up different. No, this is slow and gradual change. Okay, slow and gradual change. And I think part of this is going to test your alignment to your sense of peace. Okay, because things are chipping away, little minuscule things that you might not have thought about as being important are being examined, and what's falling away is meant to fall away right now, because what's left is meant for you to what's left after what crumbles is what is going to put you in the best alignment with the peace and the ease and the love that you want in your space right now. Okay. Start with that. Okay. Let's see what we need to see from our tarot. It's a good start. I think that's a good start. But let's see what our tarot has to say. Okay. Okay. What does our tarot have to say? Okay. Okay. So we're going to see the Four of Wands. We're seeing the Four of Wands. Okay, we've got 4 of Wands. We have the Hanged Man. In the 4 of Wands, we have the Hanged Man. Okay. 4 of Wands, Hanged Man, and the 9 of Wands. Okay. Okay. So, right off the bat here, I'm getting the urge to tell some of you that you are okay. You're okay. All right. Something feels a little bit like the rug's been taken out from under your feet. You know, you've gotten yourself into one of them booby traps that literally string you up by your feet, right? It feels like there's a situation around you right now that's literally taking you off your feet. You're strung up, you're kind of stuck, you don't know what's going on. Okay. This is an opportunity for you to assess the situation from how you're seeing it. Okay, because it's definitely there's you didn't want to have to shift your perspective on this situation, but you're now seeing it from a different angle. You're kind of forced into it, which isn't comfortable, right? I don't think it's comfortable here. You're getting the 9 of Wands, which is like, okay, I'm up against this thing. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I'm seeing it in the perspective that I've been given. Okay. This is a good thing. Okay. I don't want to diminish it. I don't want to take it down, because what you're experiencing is real. It's important. It's valid. Okay. But the blessing in disguise, if you get to it to be this way, the blessing in disguise is that this is being seen from a different angle. You're being given a different angle to view this at. Okay? Because maybe, just maybe instead of seeing this as like, oh my God, I have so much on my back, I'm enduring it, I don't have to do this, but I'm here and blah blah blah. You're here. Okay? That's the important part. You are here. And you're standing with it. You're standing with the situation. You don't want to be here because you're being forced to see it from an angle that you're not comfortable with. Okay? Take a minute to try and find the good part of this. And if there's not a good part of this, that's okay. Totally cool. All right? Totally cool. This isn't going to last forever. There is a blessing in disguise of this situation. Okay? Because the 4 of Wands is maybe there is a reason to celebrate just because you can. Okay? Yeah, not all is doom and gloom about it, but not all is doom and gloom about it, but this is also where your patience, your wisdom, okay, some of you know, especially where the situation is concerned, some of you know that action needs to be taken, but you feel like there is a roadblock in your situation. Okay, you have to take action, but it's like, nope. You bring up the the Hanged Man in this. You're stuck. The situation is stuck. You know it's stuck. Blessing in disguise for it, though, is that you have a chance to figure out what's going to align you with your sense of peace. Okay, and know that there's a chance for reflection. Okay, that reflection is going to bring you, that reflection is going to help you see what it is you need to see in order to move forward. Okay, hopefully that one made sense. Let's see what else. Let's keep going. What do we need? What else do we need? What else? Ooh, what else do we need here? Okay. What else do we need? One more. Okay. Okay. So we're going to see our Knight of Cups. Okay. We're looking at the Knight of Cups. Okay. Knight of Cups. Okay, we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands. Okay, we've got the Six of Wands. All right. And we have the Six of Coins. Interesting here. Knight of Cups, Six of Wands, and Six of Coins. Okay. Six of Coins. Okay. Okay. This is fun here. And I'm saying fun because I want to highlight the sixes first. Okay. We have the Six of Wands and the Six of Coins. Deep down, I think fundamentally, you as a person are deeply generous. Let me bring up the Knight of Cups here too. You as a person you lead a lot with your heart. You lead a lot with your heart. I'm getting here with our Knight of Cups. You're deeply emotional. You have, you're very much heart on your sleeve. Okay, you're very much heart on your sleeve, and I'm saying it that way because we have the Six of Coins. There's a deep need for you to take care of people, and people know this about you. People are so it's so obvious that you love to take care of people. You love the idea of love. Maybe you love the idea of being in love with somebody. Whether that's to your benefit or your detriment, that is up to you to decide. For better or for worse, you have your heart on your sleeve. You lead with your heart. You're all heart. Okay? Again, Knight of Cups. If you're resonating with the Knight of Cups, it's because you have a big heart and you love to put it out there. Okay? You can't help yourself, right? You're all here. You're all here. People, for better or worse, see that. Okay? In this case, people are seeing that and acknowledging that and being like, you know what? I like this person. They do good for other people. Hopefully someone's doing good for them. Okay. The thing with the Six of Coins is that there's an element of reciprocity. So what you do for others, hopefully someone's doing back for you. Okay. Hopefully if you're taking care of somebody, somebody's taking care of you. You know, it's that reciprocal energy. Okay. Where this Knight of Cups is concerned is that people are seeing the fact that you have a big heart, you lead with it, it's on your sleeve, and you do good for others, right? You are that person that's like, I'm gonna go work at a soup kitchen, I'm gonna go feed, I'm gonna go play with shelter animals, I'm gonna go hopefully get them forever homes, and I'm gonna give people food that need it, right? There's that situation where you're kind of enduring and you're feeling stuck, okay? Here's what you need to know, okay? In the perspective that just came from reading the rest of this. You have the Six of Wands, which is to say that people see your hard work, they know what you're doing. This is a victory for you because people are finally acknowledging your hard work, okay? But they're putting you on blast. They're putting you on the positive, okay? Because you've worked hard. You've been through some shit, okay? Been through some shit, and I'm saying it like that because we have the Hanged Man, we have the Knight of Wands, okay? But people are seeing your hard work. They're finally saying, yeah, this person deserves the praise that we're giving them, okay? This person deserves the praise because they've proven that they deserve it, okay? And not that you need to prove anything to anybody, okay? But if you're out here doing good for other people, why would you not want to feel the love back for that, right? Within reason. I'm not trying to say you should be like, oh, look at me. Don't flaunt it, right? But make sure that you know that people see your effort to do good, okay? People are seeing your efforts to be helpful and to be loving and to be kind, okay? In spite of all the hurt and the things that you've been through in the past, you're still here, okay? Let's see what else we need to see. Whoa. What else? Okay. Okay. What else do we need to see? We have the Seven of Cups. Okay. We have the Seven of Cups. Okay. Seven of Cups. We have the Nine of Swords. Okay. With the Seven of Cups, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. All right. Seven of Cups, Nine of Swords, and we have the Ten of Cups. Okay. Okay. Seven of Cups, Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to you leading with your heart. You're all heart. You're all emotion. Okay. There's a very very yeah. You're very soulful. You're very much in your feels. Very much of yeah. You're very much in your feels. I don't know how else to put that. I'm gonna leave that there. But I'm saying that because this Ten of Cups is all emotion. This is emotional overflow. And for the most part, this is a largely positive card. Okay? It's a largely positive card. How I see this playing with the cards you already have, because we have the Seven of Cups and we have the Nine of Swords. There's some choices that you're being faced with, okay? Being the kind of person you are, you're very much, let's say it again, you're very much in your feels, okay? Cups, 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 okay? Very much in your feels over this because you're being faced with some choices that are, you have options. That's the beautiful part about this situation is you have options. That's also the double-edged sword. Said because we have the Nine of Swords here. We'll get to this. You have options in front of you, and it's like, whoa, there's a lot here. This could be overstimulating, overwhelming. What do you choose? What are you supposed to do with it? Right? What are you supposed to do with it? This is a perfect time to really get deep with your intuition and your feelings and your gut feeling. What is your gut feeling telling you about this Seven of Cups situation? You have options. What do I do? What do I do? Well, okay. First of all, be grateful, It's not going to feel grateful. You'll be well within your reason to say, actually, Mike, I don't feel grateful for this situation. I'm overloaded. Fair. Completely fair. Completely fair. Completely fair, because we have this Nine of Swords. So this is this is all up top. You're in your brain as much as you're in your heart over this. Okay, you're trying to balance both, and I think you might be having a slight amount of trouble with that, because there's there's some nervousness. I'm going to bring up the Nine of Wands here, because this is sticky, icky, gross, nasty energy, right? You're in your head, you're enduring the anxiety. You don't have to endure the anxiety, but being that you're all heart, you live by your emotions, which is good, because that gives you a superpower of being able to empathize with people. But that also gives you a lot of anxiety, and it colors your emotions, because if you don't do the most good for the most amount of people, you will feel like you have failed the people you're trying to help, and that guts you every time to think about. I'll raise my hand with that. I feel the same way. Okay. You're here. Okay, you're here. And the thing with the Four of Wands is, I'm going to bring in the element of family, friends, loved ones, your support system. They're here with you. Okay. Most of the time I will equate the Four of Wands to like home, hearth, celebrating that kind of development, right? It's the foundation under your feet. So the fact that you're seeing this at all here, that's special. Okay, that's really special. That's important. Okay, and don't forget that it's already here. Okay, don't forget that it's here, because it is important. Okay. Okay. Now, as for our Ten of Cups, again, there's a lot of emotional overflow. You're definitely feeling it. I do think this has the chance to move into being very positive if you allow for that energy to come in. Okay. I'm interested to see, at least for now, I'm interested to see the results of what the situation might look like for you. Please don't share if you don't want to. This is a private situation to you. I'm just calling what I see in the cards here. So follow your heart where it comes to sharing in that. Whatever is causing you anxiety in your situation right now, know that you're not alone. It doesn't feel like this is going to last forever, and people are seeing you try to do the best work that you can. Excuse me. So let's see what else we need to see. What's the final stuff we need to see for our main energy, please? Okay. Okay. What else do we need to see? Okay. What else do we need to see? All right. Okay. So we're going to look at the paranormal. Okay, this is a special card for this deck. We'll get into that right now. This is the paranormal. Okay, so we have that. We have the paranormal. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Eight of Pentacles. You know what's funny? Well, it says practice. I read that patience, but it's still there. That's practice. Okay. Okay. And we have the King of Swords. Okay. Okay. That's fun. That's fun. So there's an element of this situation that is really something about this situation isn't quite obvious to you just yet. And what you're looking for is some kind of a resolution to the questions that you have. Okay, I'm getting here because we have the paranormal. Again, it says here that's curiosity. Okay, so there's some deep, deep questions that you have in this situation. Okay, and given that you're being asked to embody your divine masculine with wisdom, you're looking to exercise patience, and what was the other one? Patience and focus. This is why. This is your curiosity. You have such a strong desire to know the answer right now. I need the answer right now. I don't care how it comes to me. I just need the answer. Okay. Well, bestie, unfortunately, the situation isn't warranting an immediate gratification situation here. Okay. Here's more of your curiosity. Okay, because this is you to a T. Not only are you all heart, okay, you have a very strong mind. You're innately curious. You need to know what you need to know when you need to know it. Okay? Pause. I'm sorry to say it, but you gotta pause. Okay? Because you have this Eight of Pentacles. This is a journey of discovery. Okay? Remember that we're talking about the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. We're in this transformative cycle. Okay? Things are not clear right now. And that's okay, right? It doesn't feel okay, but it is, because things are going to come back around, but it's going to take a little bit of hard work to get there. I'm sorry. I'm just calling what the cards are saying here. This Eight of Pentacles is exactly what it says on the card. It says practice. So you're going to be putting some time, effort, energy, emotion. All of those things are going to be put into figuring out this answer. Okay? We don't have it just yet. And it's not going to come at the snap of the finger. Okay? It's not going to come at the snap of the finger. Because, because that's just, unfortunately, that's just going to be how it is right now. I wish I had a better answer for you, but I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. Okay? However, in having said that, I did draw some cards for our hidden energy, and I want to know what it is. So let's dig into our hidden energy and see if we can dig something up about whatever this main energy is. Okay. All right. Excuse me. Okay. So to start with our hidden energy. Okay, excuse me. Oh, it got down the wrong tube, Bessie. Sorry about that. To start with our hidden energy, okay, we're going to see the Page of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, we've got the Page of Pentacles. Okay, At the Page of Pentacles, okay, we have the Knight of Coins. Okay, we have the Knight of Coins. Okay, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Coins. We have the Queen of Coins. Okay. Okay, Queen of Coins. Okay, Queen of Coins. And we have the Eight of Swords. Oh, that's interesting. So let's talk about the Eight of Swords real quick here. Okay. Hidden energy. Something suggests that, again, we're going back to the stuck feeling. Okay, remember I talked a little bit about that at the very beginning of this with the Hanged Man. Okay, I'm gonna say our hidden energy partially confirmed it. Okay, partially confirmed it. Eight of Swords. Also, we have the Nine of Swords. There's definitely a little bit of a stuck feeling. Okay, and that stuck feeling is frustrating. Straight up, it's just frustrating. There's no need to justify it. You don't have to try and explain it. You're stuck. Dusty, I get it. I've been there. We all have. Okay? You're stuck because there are some things that you are dying to figure out. You need to figure that out. You are compelled to figure it out, and you don't have any other recourse other than to say, I gotta know now. That isn't gonna happen. Unfortunately, that is not gonna happen because we are having to put in some hard work. Okay, people outside of the situation see it, and they're going to acknowledge you for that hard work. Okay, remember you have the Six of Wands. We've just got the stuck energy confirmed here. Here's what's going to help. Okay, you have the Page of Pentacles. I'm going to say Page of Coins just to keep it consistent with the other cards. So we have the Page of Coins, we have the Knight of Coins, and we have the Queen of Coins. All of these cards are, I think, very good to get for this because they suggest that we're rooted, okay? They suggest that we put down roots in a place and time where we've kind of desperately needed the grounding, okay? Specifically, our Page of Pentacles is the energy that lets us do the work like this, okay, because we picked up lessons. So if I'm following the story of the suit of coins, pentacles, I've been given these opportunities to be creative, be abundant like this. I've had this opportunity to root that abundance and that creativity in something solid, something foundational, okay, that has allowed me to take practical action in terms of where that energy is supposed to go next, okay, and it's matured, it's grown. I'm going to use the garden metaphor here. It's blossomed, it's grown. It's now maybe at the close, it's coming up to the close, so things are starting to slow down. Maybe things are starting to slow down here. That's it. Okay, that's it. We've been in a period of so much energy, so much abundance, so much creativity, and now that things are changing, it's like, well, what do I do now? I still have all of this energy, but what do I do with it now? I don't know. Well, yeah, here we go. It's matured. Okay, it's definitely matured, but now that it's slowing down, it's starting to feel a little stuck. Shit, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Let's clarify it. Let's see what we need to see to clarify everything. Okay. Clarifying energy, let's go. Okay. Okay. We have the Six of Cups. Okay. We have the Six of Cups. Okay. Got the Six of Cups. Okay. Six of Cups. Four of Coins. Okay. Four of Coins. Cups. Four of Coins. We have Four of Coins again. Okay. We have Four of Coins. Okay. Four of Coins and the Seven of Pentacles. All right. Seven of Pentacles here. Here's the thing. Okay. There's some of you that really aren't going to like what I have to say about this, and I get it. I get it. You're going to have to pause. You have to pause. You don't get the choice right now. You have to pause. Okay? As stuck and nasty and weird as it feels, there needs to be an assessment of where you've been, where you are, and where you want to go. Okay? And that's not going to be comfortable. I get it. It's like I've worked so hard. I've had a lot of energy. I've had a lot of fun. I've created beautiful masterpieces, which is good. Okay? It's now at a point where the energy, it's not expired yet, and it never expires. Energy like this never expires. It just changes, and it's changing. Okay? It really is changing. Again, nasty, weird, it's stuck. I don't like it. What do I do with it? Okay? You have to pause and reassess. You have to pause and reassess now, because there's some aspects about this that you need to assess whether they're worth holding on to or whether they're worth letting go. Okay? And if you are choosing to let some of these go, what is that going to take? Okay? What is that going to take? First of all, look at what's on your heart. Okay? Six of Cups again. We're looking at emotions. We're looking at how we're feeling about the situation. Okay? It's sad. It's scary. Some of this might feel a little destabilizing, and that's certainly fair. If that's where you're at, my heart, and my heart's with you. I'm an emotional being too, and there's definitely been some really hard, really hard moments of learning to let go of things in my life too. Okay, some of which I had no choice. Okay, and that might be where you're sit right now. Okay, at some point we're going to have to open our hands and let the sand fall out. Okay, we have Four of Coins in repetition here. Okay, so this isn't easy. I'm not trying to minimize this. I'm not trying to diminish what you're feeling. Cry, scream, yell, throw something at the wall, break something not valuable to you, right? Let your emotions out, but know that sometimes you have to let go when you have to let go. Okay? Again, not fun, not easy. Not fun, not easy, and take a deep breath. And also realize that people see your efforts. People are with you through this period of transformation. It's hard and it's weird, but you're not doing it by yourself. Okay? You're absolutely not doing it by yourself. Okay? So, that's our main reading. I hope that made sense. I hope that was helpful for you. Let me know if you feel safe to. Please follow your heart. If you do or don't, follow your heart there. I do have a bonus reading for you, so let's get into that, okay? So it's going to be something similar. It's just a smaller version of our main reading. I have a bonus oracle and a bonus tarot for you. So let's see what we need to see, okay? Okay, so to start our bonus reading here, I have attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Okay. Okay. All right. We have the Black Dragon from Saturn, which brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. This says, concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision, congratulate yourself, you have passed a test. Okay. Okay. So there's the Black Dragon from Saturn. All right. We have the Lion Queen. Okay. There is the Lion Queen. Okay. We have the Lion Queen, and we have the horse, which says, care for others and let them be free. Okay. Okay. So immediately off the bat, I want to talk about the Lion Queen here because I got the image of the Strength card out of the tarot. And if you know the tarot, the Strength card is often depicted as a cat, a giant cat, animal of the predator. Lion, mostly. We got there. It's a lion and a very vulnerable looking young person. Oftentimes it's depicted as a female or feminine looking character. But the idea of that is that you can temper your ferocity with a sense of softness. You might put that a little bit better as you are balancing your divine feminine and your divine masculine. Okay. Here, that's not quite this pose, or this character here isn't quite in that pose. It's still very commanding presence that this character has in the frame here. But immediately I'm getting a lot of strength. Some of you, especially if you've just come for the bonus reading, a lot of you are very strong-willed, strong-minded people. Okay, and that's good. That's very good because it lets you stand your ground. It lets you do hard things. Everybody can do hard things, and everybody has done hard things in their past. Here's the thing, right? You are very fierce as as a person, as an energy. There's a lot. I wonder if some of you aren't Leos, right? I'm getting a lot of Leo energy coming through here. Okay, and that's good. I love you guys, right? Hi, hello, welcome. Okay. There's a very fierce strong-willed energy here, okay? Now, you need to be careful, okay? If you're resonating with it, you do need to be careful, because there may have been times where you haven't, you know you needed help, but you might not have reached out in a way that people responded well for. Okay, I'm getting here because of this attack, pain, fear. That that all of these are real human issues to contend with. Physical pain, emotional pain, fear, anxiety, being judged and judging others. All of those are human things that we do, right? Sometimes it's not okay, right? Sometimes it's not okay to be attacked, or to have pain inflicted on you, or to have to receive other people's fear, okay? We're all human, okay? We're all human, okay? You faced things like that in your past. You probably will potentially face it in the future, okay? Not saying it's right, not saying it's comfortable, but it's a possibility, right? Okay? What you have the capability of doing is, what you have the capability of doing is keeping a hold of the things you want for yourself, the things you truly and completely desire, okay? You have the ability to laser focus on those things, okay? How I see this black dragon coming into this as well is that you've been through hard things. Like I said, you've done hard things in your past. You probably will have to do hard things in the future. You've come through so much, okay? You've come through so much, and this is where your ferocity comes in. Your lion queen, your energy, your ferocity comes through, okay? How this is helping you, okay? How does this help? Well, when it's time to give people, when it's time to show people care and love and peace and happiness, but you also know when it's time to say, you know what, it's time to let you go. I love you. I'm here for you when you need me, but I can't hold you. I can't hold you, right? I can't be your protector 24/7, 365, right? I hope that makes sense. I'm going to stop talking about that and move on to our tarot. Okay, let's see what our bonus tarot has to say. Okay, for our bonus tarot, okay, we have the Five of Wands. Okay, we have the Five of Wands. Right, we have the Five of Wands. Okay, we have the Five of Wands. We have the Ten of Cups. Five of Wands, Ten of Cups. Okay. We have the Knave of Cups. I'm going to read this as the Knight of Cups. Okay. Yeah, I think it's the Knight of Cups. That's what we're doing. Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. The Pentacles. So, grounding yourself when things become conflicting is important here. Okay. We talked a lot about the idea of conflict, of going through hard things and being being asked to focus on your superpower and your powers of giving care to people when they need it, okay, but not holding on to them that they so tightly they can't be free, okay. Here's where I say grounding yourself is going to be important, because things may become things are possibly going to get conflicting here. We have the Five of Wands, which is exactly the kind of the card that says this is conflict. This is conflict among groups of people. Okay. Oftentimes, I'm gonna reference the writer Waite here. Oftentimes, you'll see people fighting with sticks. I was gonna say swords, but no. Oftentimes, these are sticks, rods, wands, as it says. Sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself in times of conflict is to step back. Okay? Step back and observe. Okay? Step back and observe. That's exactly what you're being called to do with this Knight of Pentacles. There's some observation that needs to be done. Okay? And you're the kind of person who I would say is a little bit conflict averse. Okay? Or if you're not conflict averse, you need to step back. Okay? You need to step back and observe the situation here. Okay? Because you have that Lion Queen, okay, and because I'm getting the sense that some of you might be resonating with this, especially if you have, if you're a Leo or if you're any of the other fire signs, Sagittarius and Aries, okay, you have a lot of emotion coming out, a lot of fiery passion and coming through here, okay, which is ironic that you're getting water cards, okay. Cups are associated with the element of water. I'm sure you can probably get the motif from this way it's depicted here, okay. But you have a lot of fiery passion and emotion that probably needs to be tempered a little bit, okay. Best advice I could give you, again, step back and observe. Let yourself process the emotion that you're having right now before you start inserting yourself where it might not be wise to. Okay? Lots of emotion, lots of need to express it, which isn't bad, okay? But there's a way to do it without being reactive. Okay? So that is it for now, guys. Thank you for being patient with me. I hope this reading resonates with you. I hope it is helpful. Thank you for watching all the way through. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you so much. Again, get in touch if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Check the description for everything. I will be back next time with a new video. So until then, guys, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will see you very soon. Bye, everybody.